расстраивайтесь. Это же еще будет 4 матча отыграться.
Это первый матч в серии у тебя? Что совсем пукнулся, малой. О, против Вестбрука сейчас буду играть. У типа Вестбрук. Причем у него больше никакого так прям серьезного нет. Но у него Вестбрук. Вестбрук, Уильямс, Терренс Роуз, Гибсон и Сэндерс.
Ну, Мороз будет трешку бросать.
Ну, тут главное закрыть Вестбрука, мне кажется. И в краску закрывает, отлично. То, что мне нужно.
Thanks for joining us live for NBA basketball on 2K Sports. You'll see Brooklyn taking on Richmond. And so off the tip, it's Brooklyn. All right, let's set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. And Brooklyn looking who they've got. Russell Westbrook out there with Lou Williams. Then it's Terrence Ross. Then it's Taj Gibson. And it's Sanders in at center. 6 to shoot. Sanders sets the screen for Westbrook.
I love the anticipation defensively there to get into the perfect spot.
And here's Brooklyn. Deep 2 from Ross. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. So it's Richmond now. Holiday attacking. And Thompson kicks to Nowitzki. Taken away by Williams. And even 3-on-3 break. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. And that's good for 2 as he grabs the feed. Williams has got his first points of the game.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
Holiday against Westbrook. And Holiday kicks to Nowitzki. And the rejection by Sanders. But he stays with it. Holiday. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Dirk Nowitzki.
Oh, that is just weak defense there. I'm pretty sure that was not the plan to give him those kind of baskets at the hoop.
Outside Gibson. The feed now to Ross. Will not go. This is off the front iron. So it's Richmond now. Thompson from long range. That's good. Thompson's got himself on the board with 3 there.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
Here's Gibson. And the rebound goes to Nowitzki.
Well, the effort was there, but he just couldn't quite fight his way through traffic.
Stolen by Westbrook.
Play him tight, come on.
On the wing, Williams. 18 feet out. And it's rebounded by DeMarcus Cousins.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open. That's a quick bucket there. Solid in transition.
Well, you know, he loves the chance to get out and run, and we could see right there why he does.
Now here's Ross. Westbrook passes to Williams. Shot to stop the run. And again, no good by Brooklyn.
But that would have been lucky had it fallen. Poor shot selection.
Yeah, look at the coach's face and the expression. It says all over it. Are you kidding me?
Just 4 to shoot. Barnes kicks to Thompson. Rebound, Brooklyn. And there's 1:45 left in the first quarter of the game. Now Williams. Back to Gibson. Here's Sanders. Tried to bank it in, but he misses. Richmond leading by 4. And Holiday, here we go. That's good. And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn.
And they've gotten good looks, you know, so that's one reason they're frustrated. Maybe he can come up with something to get them an easy one, maybe get to the line.
Yeah, you know, that may be the answer for them. But you know what else, Greg? Ultimately, I think because they're getting good shots, they'll make a better percentage of them going forward.
Just not happy with how his team is playing, and they just have been on the wrong side of this run.
Yeah, and you know what, Greg? Sometimes just a pause in the action, which is what a timeout can give you, is enough to change things around.
And it's a completely new group for Richmond. Pass to Napier. Here's Marjanovic. To start the drought. Here's Green. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. Brooklyn shooting their first free throws of the game. Free throw good, Green. And both free throws good for Green. There's a minute left in the first. Now here's Beverly. Rebound by Jeff Green.
Terrific job that time defending at the rim. I mean, it's not an easy task stopping that fellow when he's headed to the bucket like that. Good job.
Here's Russell, the offensive rebound. Here's Bellinelli. He's guarded by Russell. Dang dishes to Bellinelli. Pass to Bogut. Russell with a wide open look. Offline with his 3. Brooklyn trails by 4. Here's Napier. And again, no good by Brooklyn. All going up court. Feeds it to Bogut. That's a 2 from Bellinelli. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Richmond leads by 4. Stay with us as we get set to bring you the second quarter right after this. And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from Richmond so far. Guys?
A lot of tough D being played by them so far. It's been the difference maker.
Greg, no uncontested shots for the most part. That's why they've had success.
They've got Harrison Barnes. Bellinelli is out there with Holiday. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins. And it's Nowitzki in at power forward. And for Brooklyn, they've got Alonzo G. Terrence Ross is out there with Green. Then there's Trey Burke. And it's Sanders in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Here's Gibson. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. That one's good, and the Richmond lead is cut down now to just 4 in the basket from Sanders.
And he placed that pass out in front of him and let him just run into it in rhythm.
Harrison Barnes is out there with Nowitzki. Then it's Holiday. And there's Klay Thompson. And it's Cousins in at the 5, roaming the paint. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Thompson. And he can't bank that one in. Brooklyn trails by 4. And for Brooklyn, G is out there with Trey Burke. And it's Taj Gibson. Then it's Terrence Ross. And it's Sanders in at the 5. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. A three-pointer is right on target. Thompson's got 9.
What are they thinking, leaving him with all that space out there? Do they not know? Have they not heard that this guy is unbelievable? That's a layup for him. Lovely dish by Columbus's own Trey Burke.
And I think taking a time here to talk things over is a smart idea.
One of the things you want to do is make sure everybody is clearly on the same page with the game plan. And sometimes you need a timeout to make sure that's the case.
Timeout call here. Richmond decides to talk it over. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
It's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
And that one's good. Cousins.
Now that's how you pick up second chance points. Stay active and be ready as soon as the shot goes up.
And it's good.
And guarding him on the perimeter isn't a priority for them right now, but if this continues, it will be.
Nowitzki with the screen on Westbrook. And Holiday gets to Nowitzki.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Exactly. The defense determined not to allow the easy layup right there. They'll settle for making him earn the free throws.
So he comes up empty, missing both.
I didn't expect that result when he stepped up there. I'll bet he didn't either, as good a foul shooter as he is.
The wide open look here for Holiday. Down it goes for his third basket in as many tries.
Whatever their plan was defensively that time, it didn't work. Not if it results in that shot.
Now a timeout called by Brooklyn. Jeff Green is checked in for Brooklyn. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Taken away by Holiday. Pass to Barnes. Oh, and he's going up for the alley-oop here.
How nice was that alley-oop? Those two really have a good connection.
They read each other so well. It's a play I'm sure, Clark, they love to run.
And as a receiver, though, he doesn't necessarily feel the need to go for that monster finish. Just the nice little silky smooth play.
They grab their own miss. Westbrook wide open. He fires. That's in for the first basket of the game after 3 attempts. Richmond leading by 6. Cousins inside. He's against Sanders. And Cousins throws it down.
And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
And those are the kind of sequences that tell you why the score is what it is.
And it's Barnes slamming it down.
Agility leads to thievery there as he's got his hand in there to get the steal. Intelligent play to immediately start the break.
And Clark, that's been the story of this game so far. I mean, they cannot hand over any more easy points in the open floor. That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life.
Sometimes, for whatever reason, a lot of times you don't know why. It takes a little while to work the knots out, but it looks like they're putting it together right now.
And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2. For Richmond, they've gone 1 of 3 at the line here. And Richmond will go for a different look here. Andrew Bogut, he's checked in for Cousins. Bang comes in for Dirk Nowitzki. Bellinelli, he's checked in for Barnes. And it's Russell in for Klay Thompson.
That's a familiar sight. He hardly ever wastes his chances at the line. Cashes in regularly.
Oh, and there's the alley-oop.
Playing smart offensively in the first half, no doubt about it.
Yeah, the numbers support it. I mean, they're shooting the much better percentage from the field so far.
That one's good, and the Richmond lead is cut down to just 10 points on the bucket from Green.
You know, that's been a big part of their offense in the early stages. I mean, their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range, right at the rim.
And Clark, they might as well keep doing it. I mean, attack the basket until the defense makes an adjustment.
Russell kicks to Bellinelli. And he gets it to go. Bellinelli's got the lead up to 12 now for Richmond.
They have repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid dividends.
And with as many points.
And we finished one half of basketball. Richmond ahead as they wrap up the second quarter on a 14-6 run. And we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
Не, MyTeam реально поинтереснее как-то в этом году.
Чем тебя заинтересовал?
Не знаю, как-то...
And as we welcome you back, we begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, guys, but, you know, anything can happen.
It's been a solid outing for
Мы с
Thompson.
тобой еще
He has
проверим.
11 points, and he's knocked down a pair of three-pointers in this game.
Первый матч я сыграю
And
с
maybe
тобой.
it's time for them to set a few
Yeah,
more
yeah,
screens
тоже
for him up
считаю.
top and let him add to that total.
Я вообще в целом
And
говорю,
as
что
we
я
begin
хочу
the
первый
second
матч с
half,
тобой
first half wasn't
сказать.
even close, guys, and we'll see if there is a
Ответственно,
comeback on our
хорошо.
hands or more of the same as we get the third quarter started. Klay Thompson with a strong contribution so far in this one.
You just love it when the decision-making is as good as it was there in that first half. Didn't force anything.
Guys, I think here in the second half, though, they may want him to be a little more assertive. Start hunting more for his shot, even the tough one.
Nowitzki is out there with DeMarcus Cousins. Then it's Thompson. Then it's Holiday. And it's Barnes in the small forward position. So that's who Greg Popovich starts the second half. Brooklyn shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night. That free throw, no good. No good on the second free throw. Richmond leading by 12. A good look from Holiday. And he knocks down the jumper. Holiday's got the opening bucket to start the second half for Richmond.
You know what? Didn't find a very good shot on that possession, but still able to get 2 points.
And the foul on Drew Holiday. That's foul number 2 for him. Gibson passes to Williams. Back to Gibson. 6 on the shot clock. For 3, Westbrook. That's good. Westbrook's got 5 points so far.
Excellent concentration that time to hit the three. The defender was right in his face, and he still had the composure to sink.
Timeout call here. Richmond decides to talk it over. Beverly, he's checked in for Richmond. And a switch here for Brooklyn. Jeff Green is checked in for Taj Gibson. Richmond leading by 11. Beverly up top. He's covered by Westbrook. Thompson in the corner. Nice ball movement by Richmond. Beverly against Westbrook. And it's Beverly missing.
Not the best shot right there with a good defender draped all over you.
I agree with you. I mean, not the shot they were hoping for, but he can really cause problems with his defense.
Williams kicks to Westbrook. Sanders with a screen on Cousins. And it's Westbrook missing.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
Well, guys, they need to do something to reduce this deficit. We'll see if that's the answer.
Kept alive. And stolen by Cousins. There's the lob to the hoop. Lays it in off of pretty alley.
Он сейчас выйдет, походу. 22-37 пуша счет.
Great unspoken communication between teammates, leading to the nice assist and the easy score.
Yeah, too many easy buckets coming from inside, and I think he wants to make that a point of emphasis.
I I would certainly think so. I mean, if they keep giving up those kinds of easy looks
У меня
inside,
вот с этим
they'll be
проблемы
in
как
big
раз.
trouble.
Если я вижу, что тип плохо играет, я сам начинаю мозги ебать. И в итоге чуть ли не сливаю. Напомните. Не, у меня обычно так бывает, независимо от того, хорошо играю или нет. Упускаю постоянно, то есть где-то на исполнение начинаю. Только раз в прошлом году в MyTeam сливал из-за этого. Причем мертвым, типа.
And Richmond making a change here. Spates is checked in. And a switch here for Brooklyn. Russell's checked in. Brooklyn trails by 15. Westbrook kicks to Green. Russell high post. Green with a screen on Thompson. Here's Russell. Green left side. Ross with a wide open look. Trains the three-pointer. Ross has got 5.
With the success they've been having from the three-point line since halftime, I'll bet you that scoreboard starts to look a lot different real soon.
Partner, that's assuming they can continue that hot shooting. But if they do, and especially if they can get a few stops, you have to think they'll make this thing interesting.
And here we go with Westbrook running it up the court. And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. For Brooklyn, they have split their free throws right down the middle so far. They're 2 for 2. And Richmond will go for a different look here. And Bogut checked in for Nowitzki. Dang comes in for Harrison Barnes. Bellinelli, he's checked in for Klay Thompson. And it's Russell in for Patrick Beverly. The drive by Russell. To the paint. Here's Spates. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. Richmond shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight. At the line for 2. And both free throws good for Spates. 1:29 left in the third. Westbrook kicks to Sanders. Trying to find Green. He's got it now. And here's Westbrook from the arc. Cannot hit. And Richmond will go the other way with it.
You know, they're not totally dominating the glass, but they're definitely doing enough to keep this lead right where it is.
Yeah, but they've separated themselves, Clark, in a number of categories. Rebounds just being one of them. How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up.
And D'Angelo Russell picks up the foul. For Richmond, they've gone 5 of 7 from the free throw line in the game. First free throw is good. Drew Holiday is checked in for Maurice Spates. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
Can you believe the job they're doing at the foul line since halftime? I mean, they've been perfect so far.
Yeah, as cool as can be, Clark. Great focus and efficiency. That's how they built this lead.
Brooklyn shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight. That free throw good from Decker. So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe.
Getting to the stripe is something they've been doing a lot of in the second half, guys.
And when you're behind, it's a good strategy. Not only do you get points, but you also get to set your defense.
What a pass, and then the layup was a bit of a circus move.
Oh, so smooth.
Yeah, and he really could have fouled that one up trying for the big slam there, though. Just a nice, solid finish for the layup.
Holiday dishes to Bellinelli.
Yes.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. And it's Russell missing. Here's Marjanovic. Back to Gibson. And the wide open shot from Decker. No good. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Richmond ahead. They lead by 12. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And we welcome you back as we get going here in the fourth quarter. The final quarter of play can change everything. And Brooklyn, looking who they've got. They've got Taj Gibson. Napier is out there with Lou Williams. Then it's G. Rebounded by Richmond.
Ill-advised shot there, Clark.
Yeah, exactly. That was lower than low percentage.
Holiday gets the bucket.
Defensively, I think they've got to do a better job of bodying them up.
Clearly, they've been outclassed in the paint, really at both ends of the floor.
He lobs it up. And out of bounds as Brooklyn gains possession.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Thompson, he's checked in for Richmond. And then for Brooklyn, Terrence Ross comes in for G. And Russell Westbrook is subbed in for
Кстати, свою команду можно создавать MyTeam и с ареной
And drops, and it comes off an assist from Dirk
Только я
Nowitzki.
не знаю, что еще дает это.
Nowitzki's got 3 assists now in this one.
Я только сейчас
For 3, Westbrook.
форму.
Count the bucket.
Well, he can give as good as he gets.
Gamesmanship going on right here. You've seen it, Craig. You know exactly what's going on right there. He answers right back with that 3 of his own.
For 3, Ross. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
I'm not sure who was supposed to pick him up.
Well,
But somebody's going to get an earful from the coach for leaving him that wide open.
Holiday, the pass to Nowitzki. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Brooklyn trails by 11. Williams attacking. Another one falls for Brooklyn.
How about this run they're in the midst of? On the verge of tying it up or maybe even taking the lead.
Has been an unreal turnaround, and I give a lot of credit to the defense right along with what they did on offense, because the defense actually gave them the spark they needed.
A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Guys, thank you. I got a chance to hear what Greg Popovich was saying to his team. He said we are this close to finishing them off, but the job is not done yet, and I don't want to see any let-up out there. We'll see how well his point got across, guys.
To the middle. Westbrook kicks to Ross. No good on the 3.
It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that board.
Very steady with their work on the interior. Really a well-rounded effort overall.
Right side, Westbrook. The tray. No luck. Nice D from Cousins.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
Holiday with the 3. Good D by Westbrook.
Oh, that's a tough three-point try when you've got the defense right there.
Well, he'd have to be really good to knock down a shot like that against that kind of defense.
Outside Holiday. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
They're forcing the ball inside, and it's working beautifully.
It really is. 5 out of 6 of their last field goals have come from the paint.
Timeout called by Brooklyn. They're trailing by 13. 1:57 left in the fourth. And Richmond making a change here. Russell's checked in. 1:57 left in the game. Here's Westbrook. Gibson for 3. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Westbrook again. It's Russell. Thompson in the corner. From about 19 feet. And that's out of bounds. Richmond will retain possession.
Boy.
There's 1:38 left in the game. Again, the miss by Thompson.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
That one's good, and the Richmond lead is cut to just 11 points in the basket from Westbrook.
You know, he was a non-factor in that first half, but now he's making up for lost time.
The pass to Russell. Williams with the steal. Here's Westbrook. Kept alive. Sanders dishes to Gibson. Ross for three. Rebounded by Richmond. 17 points was their biggest margin.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Williams inside the line. Off the mark, had a chance to trim it to single digits.
And we'll just watch the clock wind down, guys. It will turn out to be a win here for Richmond.
Looking at both these teams, they're great rebounders, and on any given night, you might not know who would have the advantage on the boards.
Yeah, but they did a better job tonight. They made the most of the extra rebounds, too.
And you have to look back at this and see the huge game it was for Drew Holiday. You look at the energy he brought on both ends of the floor.
Ну, он сегодня Лёшку показал эффект.
You know, there are a lot of bigger power forwards than him in the NBA, but very few that rise up like he did.
And Russell gets it to go.
Well, the comeback hopes are out the window now. I think it's safe to say.
Yeah, it's a done deal. It's wrap time for this group.
Westbrook with it. So it's Richmond taking care of business in this one. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, Clark, made the difference.
Well, you know, at this stage, you've got to defend your home floor, and they did that.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and Dorisburg, this is Kevin.
Так, я хочу стату посмотреть. Томпсон бедный 3 из 4 трешки, ну потому что он хорошо их кидал, да, но зато 5 из 11 общий процент. Но я реально такую хуйню им порол. Вот Холлиday красавчик, 6 из 8 и 4 ассиста, 3 подбора. Молодец. Казинс молодец. Вот Рассел нихуя не молодец. Опять 1 из 4, 0 из 2 с трешки. 2 подбора, 2 ассиста. Но он что-то вообще не попадает. Я не могу понять, почему, но он не попадает. Новицкий что не попадал. 110 подборов собрал, ебать. Новицкий. Не, он классно играет вместе с этим, с Казинсом. Мне очень нравится. Очень много подбирают они.
Ну они, да, это хороший выбор.
При том, что и Новицкий трешка может кинуть. У него 85 трешка. Я охуел. Короче, надо каким-то Расселом менять. Не знаю кем. Сколько мне там побеждать-то осталось до следующего дивизиона? А, так не одна катка осталась. Да, 5-5 надо выиграть, у меня уже 4 победы. Все. Это даже не буду никого покупать. Все равно уже в следующем дивизионе. А, в следующем дивизионе тоже 3 золотых. Понятно, значит кого-то надо купить. Эдик, кого ты знаешь серебряного, нормального, маленького?
Я у себя гляну.
Иван, кого ты знаешь?
Я никого не знаю серебряного.
Ну, хотя бы минуты переделаю. Надо у него забрать минуту у Рассела. Накину. Лучше Беверли, блядь. Или Холлидую накинуть. Вообще, конечно, это пиздец. У меня 6-й игрок будет получать, получается, меньше, чем 7-й. Надо Богута тогда ставить. А, надо Беллинелли ставить 6-м игроком. В натуре, тогда все вопросы решатся. Так, так и сейчас и сделаем. Так, так, так. О, все, Белинелли 6-й, Рассел 8-й. И можно у него минут снять теперь. Штучки 3 снимем, накинем 2 Белинелли, 1 Холлиду. О, все. Томпсону, кстати, надо накинуть. Говно. Вот так вот хотя бы.
Томпсон хорошее приобретение.
Подожди, но если накидываю Томпсона, значит надо Белинелли снимать. Нестыковки. Говно. Так, снимаем, короче. Еще у Рассела снимем. И у Беверли снимем. О. Вот так.
Там за плей-оффы даются, кстати. Посмотрим. А за первый дают Патрик Эвинг, потом Крис Маллин, Ричард Хэмилтон, Элвин Хей.
Так,
Нормально.